This is Lido Isle. Each house is worth 5 to 30 million. Today, we're gonna ask these mansion owners what they do for a living.
You know how much it costs us to be on this island now?
How much does it cost?
Intro's $4 million now. I'm from the hood.
Really?
Look, I'm one of the only Hispanics on this island. I mean, there's billionaires that live right down the street. This is America, where Mexicanos, I'm only one of a few on this island. And you let them look at you different. That's okay, because you know what? Hey, my girlfriend's hot. I got money. I got great cars.
How you doing today?
Good, sir.
Sorry to bother you. I have a business YouTube channel and we're going around and we're asking people what they do for a living. We're just trying to educate the youth. You have a few minutes to answer a few questions. It's super quick.
Sure.
Cool. What's your name?
Chuck Stoss, S-T-O-S.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm retired now. I had 3 companies. I started 2 of them, took over a company that was in trouble, made it very profitable.
And what industries were those companies in?
I was in manufacturing, I was in logistics, and I was in another manufacturing.
What would you say the most profitable company was?
I would say the manufacturing of taco meat for Taco Bell.
Wow.
That was one of my companies.
And how'd you get involved in that?
We come up with a plan to when the COVID came out, and I think Jack in the Box lost lives. So the idea was to make it so it's foolproof in the kitchen and Taco Bell's, and come up with a system for that to occur.
What's some advice for somebody that doesn't have any money and they want to get involved in the businesses that you were in?
It took money, and it's tough to get involved with a business if you
don't have any money.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And I started out many years ago borrowing $4.5 million. That was a lot of money then, about 40 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And so I risked everything, and my house and every asset I own was pledged. I gambled, and it worked.
Oh my God. What gave you the confidence to do something like that? What was going through your mind at that time? What was your mindset?
I've always been successful, whatever I did.
Oh, wow.
And now I put my money on the line, and it paid off.
What's your advice for somebody that might have some kind of doubts?
Most important thing is have faith in yourself. If you have faith in yourself, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Now, it may take a lot of extra work, but you can do it. You just got to have faith and brain, and you can do it.
I like that. How did you overcome your doubts? I'm sure you're facing some doubts, yeah?
I had doubts.
It's pretty common, right?
Yeah.
For the people watching?
I overcome my doubts by doing a lot of research. I spent many hours researching, and I saw some niches, and that's when I jumped in it.
So pretty much just putting the work in until you feel confident. You're not going to feel confident unless you put the work in.
No, you got to put the work in first.
What was an epiphany that you had in your business that really took your business to the next level?
I doubled my processing for, and it was $4.5 million in, so I had $9 million in invested, and because I was successful with a $4.5 million investment, and so I knew I could do it again. Basically.
You just kept on going. That's it. What was the lowest point in your business, and how did you overcome that?
Getting the contract with Taco Bell. They said you can go ahead and buy equipment and all that, so I bought a bunch of equipment being manufactured in Sweden. A lot of European countries manufacture that kind of stuff. Then they told me they found somebody else to produce.
Oh, after you already bought all the equipment?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
that must have been devastating back then.
Yes, it was very devastating. And so then I said they can't produce it. They told me what they were going to produce per pound. I said they can't do it. They'll lose money. And so they went back to them and they said, run your numbers again and show us that you can do it. And they couldn't do it.
Oh, wow.
So
oh, man. That's
I got
good.
the business done.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you make your capital in the beginning? Because you said that you invested $4 million.
Yeah.
So how did you make your capital, and what's some advice for someone that doesn't have any money?
Ran away from home at the age of 14.
Oh, this is the stuff that we need to hear. This is good stuff right here.
I ran away from, I lived in back of grocery stores where there was
oh my gosh.
Food,
Oh, wow.
I lived every place. I slept on park benches.
Oh, wow.
Just really had a tough life. And but I got through that, and I felt good that I could do things. I proved myself in a number of things. business in the garage and parts for a aeronautical, it was actually for Boeing. And
Your first business was making plane parts?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was making it for a third party. And they gave me the business, and
Wow.
and then wound up producing directly then for Boeing.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
you cut costs.
Yeah.
They give you a very small margin to work with, but
Yeah.
you got a lot of volume.
Oh wow, man, that's an amazing story. Hey, appreciate your time. Thank you
bet.
so much, and have a great day. Okay.
You too.
What an amazing story. Homeless at 14, hopping from park bench to park bench, and he still managed to become successful. His main message is that you have to persevere, you have to believe in yourself, and eventually you're gonna get your breakthrough. Once he got his breakthrough and he bought his assets, he believed in himself so much that he leveraged everything against his assets to go to his next endeavor. And the reason why he was so confident in doing that is because he put the work in. You have any kind of doubts or you feel discouraged, it's probably because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in order for you to achieve that level of success. However, when you put the work in and you do what you're supposed to be doing, you're gonna have that confidence to bet on yourself. So make sure you guys are always putting that work in so you can bet on yourself. Let's get that next house.
Gotta be fast.
Oh, it's gonna be fast, don't worry. So what's your name and what do you do for a living?
I'm Charlie Green, and I'm retired.
Okay, what did you do before?
Banking.
Banking? Okay. What's your advice for somebody that doesn't have any money that wants to get into your industry?
Well, it doesn't take money to get in our industry. You just gotta be a hard worker.
Yeah.
You know, honest, and wanna have some ambition to get ahead.
Which bank did you work at?
I worked at 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, okay. And what was like the bank that you stuck at and you worked your way up?
Wells Fargo, Bank of America.
Yeah, I used to work at Wells Fargo when I was 19. I was a teller before.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun. Good time.
Yeah, did you start as a teller too?
I did in Bank of Hawaii.
Oh, okay. What was your position in Wells Fargo? How high did you get?
I got pretty high.
Did you ever have like a low moment at your job where you felt
Sure.
like, okay, so what was your low moment and how'd you overcome it?
Well, I mean, you have low moments in life.
Yeah.
You know, every day is not just a honey day. You know, there's things that
Yeah.
go on all the time, and you got to deal with them. That's all part about growing up,
Yeah.
living in the world.
Yeah. Would you recommend somebody getting into the same industry as you, or would you recommend a different career path?
Well, to me, I think, you know, computer science and what's going on in AI, that seems to be a pretty big, powerful business.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, banking is a solid business, but it's not a major growth industry. It all depends what your ambitions are.
Yeah. If you can do it all again, would you still go down the banking route, or would you start your own business?
I would probably go route to my own business.
Okay. And what would your business be?
Well, I would have liked to have been an investment advisor.
Investment advisor.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid business,
Okay.
as long as you're good at it.
Yeah. How did you manage to get here though? Because usually I think the common consensus is that you need to own a business in order for you to have something like this.
When you're a business, you own your own business, you get in it, you get out of it what you put in it. You
Yeah.
don't have to share it with anybody because it's your business. Take care of your employees, they take care of you.
You were working for Wells Fargo, right?
I was working for a big bank. I never had my own business, no. No, I mean, I just worked hard. I got compensated accordingly. I
Yeah.
had a lot of responsibility.
Thank you for your time,
All
and
right.
I hope you have a great day, okay? Hey, sorry to bother you. So I have a business YouTube channel, and we're going around the area, and we're asking people what they do for a living so we can educate the youth. You have a few minutes to answer a few questions. It's really quick. What's your name?
Bob Winters.
What do you do for a living? Or what did you do before if
I'm
you're retired?
retired.
Okay.
Before I had a foundry and plate operation where I made custom wheels for cars.
Okay. And how did you get involved in that industry?
Geez, kind of evolved into it out of the aerospace business. And the aerospace business got bad and we had the equipment to make it. So I knew some people. That's kind of the beginning of the custom wheel business.
What's some advice for somebody that doesn't have any money that wants to get involved in your industry?
Stay out of it.
Stay out of it? Why do you say that?
Right now, it's mainly, most everything is made in the Orient.
Okay.
So really, that industry here in Southern California doesn't exist anymore. There used to be 20 so factories. There are none here now.
Like a dying industry now?
No, it's quite big. There are a few companies back east, but most everything is being imported. China, Vietnam, India.
What happened to that business? Did you sell it off?
No, I just closed it.
Good.
I was in kind of a bad position in the business. Other people had I didn't have a name brand, which I was just a job shop basically. So that when they got here, I was competing with the Chinese, where the people that had their own brands could buy from the Chinese and still sell.
What would you say the lowest point in your business was, and how did you overcome it?
Probably shutting it down.
Really?
Yeah, we had to shut it down. I had 150 employees, which you had to lay off, so that was a low point.
How'd you go about that?
Well, there wasn't much you could do. You know.
Yeah. Did you personally have those conversations yourself, or?
Well, a lot of people there. No, I didn't have them with everybody, mainly the management staff. I mean, I knew a lot of the guys in the shop because they were working for me when we only had 10 people.
What would you say an epiphany in your business was that really took you to the next level?
Well, I'd say we were in the aerospace business originally, went downhill. Knew some people who were in the automotive business, so we started doing that, and that took off pretty well.
Pretty much just networking and adapting, right?
Right.
What would you say the most amount of money you made in a year was?
It was pretty high.
It was like in the seven-figure range,
Yeah.
a little higher? Okay. Hey, well, thank you for your time. That was
Okay.
some great advice.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, okay? It is our second day here on Lido Island. The first time we came, we were here for 3 hours. We probably got 2 interviews. Believe me, guys, it is a lot harder than what many people think. We're doing the real thing, and we're not gonna leave Lido Island until we get some great content for you guys. Let's get it. My name's Ezekiel. I have a YouTube channel. We're filming a series where we ask people what they do for a living. Let's answer a few questions. You would be the last person we need for the day.
Sorry, not today.
Yeah, we're just filming a YouTube video where we're going around. We're asking people what they do for a living. You have a few minutes? It's quick. Cool. So what do you do for a living?
I'm semi-retired.
All right, what'd you do before?
Logistics company.
Okay.
My kids run it.
Can you explain what a logistics company is for people that don't know what it is?
It's a fancy word for trucking.
How many trucks did you own during the peak of your company?
Well, we haven't peaked yet, I don't think. We're still growing, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My kids
They run it now?
They run it now.
Okay, so how many trucks do you guys currently have right now?
Probably somewhere in the 50s, 60s, and a couple hundred trailers.
Oh, that's amazing. Cool. How'd you get into that business?
By chance, when I was 18, my dad's neighbor said they were looking for dock workers, and I just did it at a high school.
Okay. How can somebody go about getting their first truck if they don't have any money, they want to get into the industry?
It's difficult. It's
Yeah.
very expensive. Insurance really hurts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How did you do it?
I had 3 jobs all the time. Even when I was younger than you, I had 3 jobs. I was 17, I had 3 jobs. So I just saved my money and eventually started my own.
So what's some advice for someone that wants to get started? Like, how does it even work?
Never
the
say
business?
no.
Never say no?
Never say no. Always say yes. They offer you to work extra hours a day, any opportunity, go do it.
Say yes. Say yes to everything.
Yes to everything.
Okay.
Except like those P. Diddy things. You don't do those things. Okay. But,
Yeah,
but
don't do the P. Diddy things.
yeah, don't do the P. Diddy things. And if you can have a side hustle, maybe like what you're doing right now,
Yeah,
that's the other thing.
yeah.
You have a regular job. My dad's rule, you have 2 jobs. One, that's your main job that pays all your bills. And you have your second job, that's your fun money. Your fun money is your car, go to Vegas,
Yeah,
save for starting a business.
yeah. Okay,
And I
cool.
believe in that principle.
So what would you say the lowest point in your business was, and how did you overcome it?
Divorce, and I gave her everything. And I was going to go get another job, lost a big contract, and just worked it through. And all of a sudden, God blessed me, and I'm probably 5, 6 times, 10 times bigger than what I was.
What was the most money that your business made in a single year? You can give an estimate too.
Under 20 million
That's still pretty good, and that's revenue or profit?
revenue.
Revenue?
Gross.
What's like the profit margin in that business?
In our business, it's low.
It's low.
It's really low.
Yeah.
But not for me.
Yeah.
It's efficiency. You have to always be efficient.
You got to be a lean business, right?
Lean and mean. That's what I tell my staff. We're lean and mean, and
Yeah.
we're efficient. So we always try to. We try not to have any dead time.
Thinking back now with the insight you have, would you get into this business? Would you recommend it to somebody else?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're willing to put the time in, it's a great business. I do very well for myself. I don't work anymore, really. Still get a big paycheck. I own a lot of real estate. As long as you have fun.
Yeah.
If you don't have fun, then it's different. But if you're having fun and you have that,
You genuinely
enthusiasm-
enjoy it.
Yeah, you have to enjoy what you do. Yeah, don't feel like you have to do it. And if you're forcing yourself to go to work, well, get over it. Because the young generation, they don't want to work. I mean, I've probably in the 25 years being in business, I've probably had over 1,000 more and more people go through my place. And a lot of them want to come back or whatever, and we don't bring them back. But it's just sad because when you have something, you just build off of it. But people don't see that no more.
Yeah, I think honestly that's a common misconception with the youth now, is they think that if they become an entrepreneur that they actually have to work less, which it's actually the opposite. When you become an entrepreneur, you got to work 10, 12 hours. It's just
easy.
Is even more, even more. So I think people just need to get the right mindset that no matter what you do, like you were saying, you're going to have to work regardless. Nothing's easy.
Yeah. I mean, and anybody who has a business, I always tell them, save your money. It takes 5 to 10 years before you actually see money.
Yeah.
I raised 5 kids during this whole episode, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because you saved your money and you invested in assets, regardless of the stuff that you went through, you still managed to pull through. And
it's inside. It's built, I think, inside of you. You could do anything. This is America, the land of opportunity.
It is.
But if you have a negative attitude and you're going to be, somebody owes you something, sorry, mom and dad, but they're going to be living. They're going to be living with you for a long time. So you just have to not let anything bother you. I'm a Hispanic guy, just like you.
Yeah, exactly.
But look, I'm one of the only Hispanics on this island. You know how much it costs us to be on this island now?
How much does it cost?
Intro is probably $4 million now, 3.5, $4 million.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I mean, there's billionaires that live right down the street. I'm from the hood. I mean, I'm a kid who just, worked his way to what I am today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got 2 more questions for you. I don't want to take up too much of
My first job was $2 an hour, by the way.
Like you were saying, we're both minorities. So what's your advice for someone that doesn't have anything and they want to get into business?
Well, you can't get into a business if you don't have anything. I mean, that's rule number 1. So don't over fantasize. You have to work. You have to work for somebody.
Yeah.
And then when you work for somebody, then you're able to save money to start your own gig.
Yeah. No, I think that's really great advice, because I think a lot of people think even though that they don't have anything, they have their time and they're like, you know what, if I invest enough time, that this is just magically going to work out. But you can't run a business if you don't have capital. You need capital. You have to start. You have to work for somebody first in the beginning, whether it's sales, whether you get your degree, you work a regular job. But your primary focus should be making money first and then investing money into your business.
Yeah, I mean, even when you start your business and you're making money in the business, you have to reinvest in your business and look at the long term. And that's where people fail, is they don't look at the long-term aspects of it. They look at today, like what I can have today. I mean, I can go buy myself a Ferrari, 3 of them, put them in my garage.
Yeah.
But what good is that going to do?
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
And then I don't have any capital. So when an opportunity comes up, you can't do anything because all your money's invested in something that you look at that's in the garage.
Yeah. Okay. So last question. What was an epiphany that you had in your business that really took you to the next level?
I like to be, they say keeping up with the Joneses?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the Joneses.
Okay.
I always wanted to be the Joneses.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to work hard when I was a kid, so that way when I got to the age I am, I wouldn't have to work.
Yeah.
And it would be a lot easier for me. And that's the thing. But you have to have in your head, again, if you're a worker, you're a worker. I still go work. If you guys told me to go help you wash the car because you're, whatever, I'd help you. I mean, it's like what's built inside of you. Again, this is America. We're Mexicanos. But you know what? If you're going to stop yourself for that, if you're going to let all the people around you, because again, I'm only one of a few on this island.
Yeah.
And you let them look at you different or whatever, that's okay, because you know what? Hey, my girlfriend's hot. I got money. I got great cars. There's just things that you look at, and if they think they're better than you, that's okay. I'm glad they go to sleep that way. But I go to sleep, the way I want to go to sleep, with who I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about your attitude, I think.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Just always having a positive mindset.
Just a positive mindset, not let anything get in your way, not feel like you're entitled to anything, and not feel that somebody's putting you down for some reason. You only put yourself down. It's like anything else. You either get up and you play the game, or you just sit on the bench and.
Yeah. You didn't ever feel like there was a moment in your business where you plateaued and you were like trying to figure out like, how can I overcome this hurdle?
Well, sure. When I lost contract, but I just told myself, go work for somebody. Keep the company, downsize, and do work for somebody else, and then build up your revenue again, build up your capital, and then start all over again. But luckily, everything's worked out better for me.
What was your name?
My name's Mario.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Mario.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
thank
right.
you for your
Good
time.
seeing you.
That was
All right.
awesome.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Hey, how are you?
$20 million in 1 year from a logistics company. Mario is a minority. He came from the hood. He didn't have anything and he still made it happen. He said something that I think a lot of people need to hear, which is you need to work before you get into business. He had 3 jobs before he got into business. And with that money, he invested it into his logistics company. You need capital to start a business. Don't listen to all these gurus that are saying, don't get a job. Get into business. That's the only way you're gonna make money. Get a good job and do business on the side. And once you have something tangible, then you can go all in on business. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It is not easy door knocking, but we're out here getting this amazing content for you guys. We had some great stories, a couple guys that came from nothing and they still made it happen from consistency and the mindset. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned because we're gonna be dropping some fire on this channel. Peace.